Hello and welcome to this edition of News for the Hearing Impaired. I'm Rukma and with me is Sonia. In our top story, the centre has said that the error in calculation of pension being paid to Army veteran Ram Kishan Grewal was a procedural one and could have been corrected at the bank and department levels. Talking to the media in New Delhi on Friday, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley expressed regret over the suicide by the Army veteran. He listed out the steps that the government had taken to ensure that defence veterans get their due under OROP. The Finance Minister also hit out at the opposition for wrongly representing such a sensitive matter for petty political gains. He further added that Justice Reddy Committee was set up to resolve issues faced by some people, and the panel had given its report last week, which the government is examining, and discrepancies will be resolved in the next 2 months, he promised. Meanwhile, MOS for External Affairs, General V.K. Singh has said that there will be an investigation into the alleged suicide episode. Meanwhile, the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights has taken cognizance of a reported incident of rape in district Buldhana of Maharashtra, and has asked the district magistrate to investigate and submit a detailed report within a week. The commission has asked for information on action taken against the accused, the present status of the victim, and action taken for safety of the child. The commission has also inquired about the reasons for not having taken action on an earlier complaint of the student and whether any such incident had happened in the school previously, and if steps were taken to protect students against such abuse. The centre and the states failed on Friday to agree on the crucial issue of dual control to divide the administrative, auditing and assessing powers between the two governments under the proposed nationwide goods and services tax. There will be an informal meeting of the ministers on November 20th, primarily aimed at hammering out a political consensus. Also, state GST, central GST and interstate GST being a tax bill will be taken as money bill in the upcoming session of the Parliament. Efforts are on to pass supporting GST legislations in the winter session of Parliament beginning November 16th. With the situation improving in Kashmir, there was no curfew anywhere in the valley for the first time on Friday since the unrest in July. Authorities have been imposing curfew in many parts of the valley, especially in the old city areas of Srinagar on Fridays, in view of apprehensions of law and order problems after the congregational prayers. In view of the improving situation, authorities decided against imposing curfew yesterday. There was no curfew anywhere in Kashmir on Friday as the situation has improved a lot. The BJP will take out 4 separate Parivartan Yatras from different parts of the state: Saharanpur, Jhansi, Sonbhadra and Balia, covering vast parts of Uttar Pradesh, and will reach state capital Lucknow on December 24th. Meanwhile, ruling SP is all geared up for the party's Silver Jubilee celebrations today, with JDU, RJD and RLD leaders set to share the stage with UP's First Family. But all is not well within the Samajwadi Party, with the feud in the First Family still very much unresolved. In the US, federal officials have warned authorities in New York City, Texas and Virginia about an unspecified threat of attacks by Al-Qaeda around Election Day, putting local law enforcement on alert the weekend before Tuesday's vote. The New York City Police Department and the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey were alerted to the information. The Port Authority, which operates airports, tunnels and bridges around the city, is continuing high levels of patrolling it has had in place. Police departments say the threat report lacked specifics and was still being assessed, adding that it is working with intelligence agencies and the Joint Terrorism Task Force. In sports, Bengaluru FC get ready for the AFC Cup Final in Doha against a side, Air Force Club, they know very little about. There is such an acute dearth of information on the Air Force Club, the Iraqi side that will take on Bengaluru FC in the final of the AFC Cup on Saturday. Perhaps then this veil surrounding Air Force Club could make things difficult for BFC in the final on Saturday. The Indian women's hockey team lost 2-3 against China in the final round-robin match of the Asian Champions Trophy in Singapore on Friday. However, by virtue of finishing second in the round-robin stage due to their superior goal difference over third-place Japan, India qualified for the final on Saturday, where they will face China again. And that's all in this edition of our special bulletin. Namaskar.